Good evening, friends. Today we are going to see the fifth chapter of our ninth standard NCERT. It is about natural vegetation and wildlife. So, friends, natural vegetations and wildlife we are seeing since sixth standard. Okay. So, various things have been mentioned in this chapter. Now, a little bit of advanced information and knowledge has been given in this ninth standard NCERT. So, let us understand this natural vegetation and wildlife. So as we know, India is one of the major biodiverse country in the world. We have all types of climates, we have all types of vegetations. Okay, so we have all types of flora and fauna which is found all over the world. So let us understand what are the flora and fauna and what types of vegetations which are present in the different parts of the country. So friends, when we are talking natural vegetation in case of India, okay, there are two words, endemic and indigenous. Okay, so endemic and indigenous means those plants and animals which are found only in your country and not in other country. Getting it? So they are called as endemic. Indigenous means what? Indigenous means they are found in your country, origin is in your country, but they are also found in some other countries. Okay, so these are endemic and indigenous. This is meant by endemic and indigenous. Natural vegetation, another similar word is virgin vegetation. That means a natural vegetation itself. So we have huge natural vegetation. So there are very high biodiverse countries in the world. We are among top 15 high biodiverse countries in the world. So one of the 12 mega biodiverse countries in the world, India comes. So in terms of biodiversity, we are very high. So, friends, we have all the floras and faunas which are found almost in all the parts of the world. So, that either their species or subspecies are present in case of India. So, plant species, if we see, we have almost 47,000 plant species found over in India. So, in that case, we are 10th place in the world, 47,000. Okay, fourth place in case of Asia, and we have 15,000 flowering plants. That is 6% of the world's total flowering plants. So these figures are very important from prelim point of view. Getting it? Very important. You should remember them from prelim point of view. One of the figure can be asked in a environment. Now, when we are saying about natural vegetations and wildlife, what are the factors which determine the natural vegetation in the country? So there are 4 to 5 factors which determine the natural vegetation in the country. So these factors are, you have land, you have soil, then you have climate. In climate, you have temperature, precipitation, photo period, or sunlight, amount of sunlight. Okay. So these are the 5 factors which affect the natural vegetation. So among them, first is a relief feature in terms of land and soil. So the type of land that we have, that will determine the type of vegetation that we have, the type of animals that we have in the particular land, and type of insect, type of reptiles that we have in the particular land. Soil will also determine the fertility of the particular area. So according to the fertility of the soil, the type of trees we will have. According to the type of trees, type of animals, birds we will have. And according to their type, their predators, in this way they will go on progressing. So first thing is land and soil that all of us know. Second is climatic factors. So in climatic factor you have temperature, photo period or amount of sunlight, and third one is a precipitation. So temperature is one of the biggest determinant of the natural vegetation and wildlife. As we know, in the desert we have different type of vegetation. In the Himalayas we have different type of vegetation. In near coastal regions we have different type of vegetation. So temperature is one of the biggest factor, as well as precipitation. Also, latitudinal position will determine the amount of sunlight that particular region will have. Without sunlight, there is no photosynthesis. Getting it? But only sunlight will not matter. As you know, equatorial region have a huge sunlight. That's why there is a huge biodiversity. But desert region also have a huge sunlight, but there is no biodiversity over there. So along with sunlight, you need precipitation. Along with that, you need to maintain the temperature. So depending upon the temperature, different zones have been calculated, different zones have been categorized. So first, let us say tropical region. So tropical region, you have average temperature. Okay. So mean average temperature is 24 degrees or more. Subtropical region, you have mean average temperature 17 to 24 degrees. Temperate region, you have 7 to 17 degrees. And alpine region, that is a higher latitudes, we have 7, below 7 or 7 degrees. In this way, temperature, because of the temperature, you have these four zones: tropical, subtropical, temperate, and alpine. Similarly, these zones are also dependent upon the precipitation and sunlight. So all these things together, we have classified these various zones. Okay. So friends, when we are talking about these various factors, okay, then let us talk about the type of vegetation. Natural vegetation, types of forest. Before seeing the types of forest, let us understand the India State Forest Report 2011. It says that total forest area is 21.5%. If you see the 2019 report, total forest land is 24.56%. So almost 3.5% increase is there in the total forest cover from 2011 to 2019. So this question is this point is very important from our prelim. Now, let us understand the types of vegetation or types of forest in case of India. So, as we know that there are various types of forest. Okay, we have five. We have almost five types of forest. First is a tropical evergreen types of forest. So here the dark green patch that you are seeing, these are the tropical evergreen type of forest. Northeast and western parts of the Western Ghats, parts of the Tamil Nadu. These are the tropical evergreen forest. Second one is a tropical deciduous forest. So two-thirds of the India you can see is almost covered by the tropical deciduous forest. So this faint green color, okay. So this faint green color you can see over here. This is a tropical deciduous forest, okay. Then next is a tropical thorn forest or tropical shrub forest, okay. So this tropical thorn forest or tropical shrub forest, you can see this Rajasthan and some part of the Karnataka and Maharashtra. Okay. Then you have montan forest. Montan means mountain forest. So you can see this mehendi color or whatever parrot color, some people call it as. So this is a mountainous region. So you have montan forest over here. So this is a montan forest. And last one is a mangrove forest. So mangroves are generally found in the coastal region. In this diagram, it is not that much visible, but around the islands and coastal part of the India, blue color you can see. So wherever you have coast, you have coastal forest or mangrove forest. So these are the five types of forest which are found in case of India. So let us understand them one by one. First one is a tropical evergreen type of forest, or this dark green zone over here that we have seen is a tropical evergreen type of forest. So it is found western side of the Western Ghat, Andaman Nicobar Island, Lakshadweep Island, parts of Assam, northeast, almost like 3/4 of the northeast India, okay, and some parts of the Tamil Nadu. We have this tropical evergreen forest. So why they are evergreen? Evergreen means they are always green. Why they are always green? Because huge amount of water and sunlight is available over there. So water is more than 200 centimeter rainfall is there. So to have a tropical evergreen forest, you need a continuous supply of sunlight. You need continuous supply of water. So 200 centimeter and more we can say is the rainfall which is required over here. Okay. So here trees grow very high. If you go in the South India, okay, if you go even south of the Andhra, you will see Nilgiris in the Tamil Nadu. So very huge trees, almost 60-70 meter height is there of that trees. So very huge trees are found in this region. Even 60 and there even higher than the 60 meter you will find in this region. So their vegetation, you will find all types of vegetation, from tall trees to medium trees to short trees to the shrubs as well as grasses, creepers, everything you will find in this region. So here why it is called as evergreen? Because trees do not shade their leaves. Leaves are not shed. There is no particular time period in which trees shed their leaves. Okay, like deciduous trees, they will shed their leaves in the winter. But these trees, they will not shed their leaves in a particular time period. So throughout the year, it will appear green in color. Everywhere you will see green. Everywhere you will see green, green, green. Whatever season you come, whether hot summer or cold winter or rainy season, it will always look green. So that's why it is called as evergreen type of forest. Okay. So you have ebony, mahogany, rosewood, rubber, cinchona. These types of trees you will found over there. They are very hardwood type of tree. Okay. Then the animals, you'll find all the types of animals, very biodiverse region. You'll find elephant, you'll find tigers, you'll find deers, you'll find birds, all types of birds. You'll find reptiles like cobras, krates, and manyars, and so many things you'll find over there. Okay, so very highly biodiverse place. You have a tropical evergreen type of forest. Now, friends, next type of forest is a tropical deciduous type of forest. So this little creamish green color, okay, we have this tropical deciduous type of forest. So here rainfall which is required is very less compared to evergreen type of forest. So trees will shed their leaves in a particular time period. So trees will appear leafless, specifically in the winter. What happens? They conserve their water in the winter. So rainfall requirement is lesser, 200 to 70 centimeter, only 200 to 70 centimeter. So depending upon this 200 to 70 centimeter range, they can be further divided into moist forest and dry deciduous forest. Moist forest means rainfall requirement is little higher, and tree has little bit longer leaves and they don't shed their leaves early. Dry deciduous, they have little bit of thorns as well as they have leaves. Leaves are little smaller, and rainfall in this region is very less, up to 70 centimeter. Getting it? So we almost have a central India, eastern India, southern India, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha. These all the places you have this type of forest called as a deciduous type of tropical deciduous type of forest. Okay. So here the teak is the most dominant species in this forest. Okay, teak and sal as well, but teak is very dominant species in this forest. So shisam is there, sal is there, sandalwood, okay, very famous. Sandalwood is also deciduous forest. Okay, so dry deciduous you will find in the 100 to 70 centimeter, and wet deciduous you will find in the 200 to 100 centimeters. Okay, so here also biodiversity is sufficiently good. You will find deers, you will find pigs, you will find lions, you will find uh, tigers, you will find leopards, so many panthers, so many species, lemur, sorry, monkeys. Okay, these types of species you will find in this region. So this is about deciduous type of forest. Now, what is the next type of forest? Next type of forest is a thorn forest. So thorn forest and scrubs. So thorn means here the trees and plants, they will have more thorns compared to leaves, and the height will always be small. They will be almost bushes because they cannot grow without water and fertile land. So desert region, we know land is very less fertile and water is very less in this region. Rainfall is very less, almost less than 70 centimeter rainfall is always there. So you can see this region, yellowish region, creamish yellow region. Okay, central part of MP, some part of Maharashtra, some part of Andhra and Karnataka, parts of Gujarat, and most of the parts of Rajasthan. You have this type of thorny and scrub type of forest. So here you have acacia, you have date palms, you have cactus, you have aloe vera type of plants over there. Okay, so they have specific modification in their bodies, like they have developed thorns. Their stems are very juicy. It's called as succulent stems to conserve the water. The stems are very juicy. They don't have leaves. They have so many thorns. Their roots, they are going deeper into the soil to absorb more and more water. Sometimes outside they will look dry, but actually at the root they are very alive. Okay, so here they have nocturnal animals. Okay, in terms of fauna wise, if you see, nocturnal animals dominate this region. So you have rats, you have mites, you have rabbits, fox, wolf, lion, okay, horses and camels. So those who can survive this extreme type of condition and eat less, drink less, and they can generally come out in the night. These types of animals you'll find it in this region. Population of birds are always very less in this region because less things are there to survive. Birds cannot survive in this harsh condition. So you know, great Indian bustard, these types of birds you'll find in this region. So Great Indian Bustard cannot fly much higher like a hen or like a peacock. They cannot fly much high. Getting it? They are also very very heavy types of birds. Okay. So this is a scrub forest or this is a thorn forest. Okay. Next is a montane forest or mountain forest. So it is found in the mountainous regions of the India, like you can see Himalayas and northeastern Himalayas over here. So mountain types of forest, this means it is not just a single type of forest. There are different bands of forest. As you move upward into the height, the different types of vegetation you will find as well as fauna you will find as you will move upwards. Okay. So succession, it is called as a succession. So if you see almost 1000 to 200 meters you will find evergreen broadleaf type of forest. Getting it? Above 1500 to 300 meters you will find coniferous trees like pine, cedar, silver fir, okay, devdar. These types of trees you will find, okay. And when you go more than 3,600 meters, then they will have highly coniferous trees. They won't have fruits. They will develop seeds. Okay, you will call it as the alpine vegetation. Getting it? And ultimately, as you move upwards, then you will see grasslands, alpine grasslands. And then beyond alpine grasslands at the peaks of these mountains, you will see tundra type of vegetation. Tundra type of vegetation means you will have lichens, you have mosses. There won't be even grasses in this region. Getting it? So mosses and lichens you will find at the very peaks of this mountain. Getting it? Similarly, in the different bands, you will find different types of animals. Like at the lowest level, you'll have more biodiversity. You have tigers, leopards. Sometimes you'll have elephants, and you'll have deers. As you move upward, the population will go on decreasing. As you move topwards, you will see very less population. As you move to the grassland, you'll have birds. So these types of population difference will be there in the different altitudinal position in the Himalayas and the northeastern Purvanchal region. Okay. Now, friends, next type of next type of forest is the mangrove forest. Mangrove forest is a coastal forest. Mangrove are those trees whose roots they can adhere themselves into the mud and very high water into the very high tide. They can bind themselves to the soil very firmly. Getting it? So whenever there is a flood, whenever there is a high tide, they save the coastal areas with the from the force of these high tides and floods. There was a tsunami, and wherever there were mangrove forests, they saved the people from their effect of the tsunami. So you can see the roots of these trees. They go very deep and they hold it very tightly. They don't die even in the salty water, and even a very high tide water they don't die. So they are very good. So we have seen Sundarban Delta. Sundari trees are a type of mangrove trees. They don't rot in the water. Even their wood is very lightweight and very enduring. So you can make ships out of them. Okay. So these forests are found on the coast of rivers, on the coast of seas like Ganga Brahmaputra river deltas. Okay. Then you'll find on the coast of Gujarat, coast of Maharashtra, coast of Andhra. Okay. So here you will also find coconut, kevra, agar, and so many other palms, so many the small nut is used for making pan and pan masala and so many things. These are also type of palms that you will find in this region. So animals which are found in this region, somewhere you will find saltwater crocodile, somewhere you will find freshwater crocodile, fowl, birds are in larger quantity, then tortoise, turtles, Bengal tigers are also found in the West Bengal and that region. Getting it? Snakes are also found in this region. So these types of different faunas are found in this type of region. So friends, these are very important mangrove forests and they have very high importance. Along with these plants, along with this forest, we have medicinal plants as well. So your NCERT covers medicinal plants as well. So there are almost 2,000, 3,000 plants are mentioned in the Ayurveda. Okay. So here World Conservation List or Red List, which keeps this data about medicinal plant. They have mentioned 352 medicinal plants in India, out of which 52 are critically endangered and 49s are endangered. So they are different level of their threatenedness. Okay, so we will see this in environment: critically endangered, vulnerable, extinct in wild, extinct. So these are the different terminology. Okay, so that we will see in the different parts. So this, from MCQ point of view, this is very important. It may be asked in your prelims. Okay, so they have mentioned the different names of the plants and their usage, like sarpagandha used for blood pressure, jamun used for this diabetic people use this, and vinegar is prepared from this. Okay, arjun, so it cures for earaches. It is also helpful for the blood pressure, and I think it is used for the skin disease as well. Babool, various toothpaste, they keep put babool in that, cure for eye sores and gums. So it is very good for that. Neem has a very high antibacterial properties. So natural antibacterial properties, you have a neem. And tulsi, everyone knows, and it has, we everyone have a tulsi in front of their houses. It is very good for for cough and cold if you just chew some leaves. And kachnar is very good there for digestive system. So asthma and ulcers, and for digestive system, it is very good. So you should remember these things as well about medicinal plants. So when we are talking about these medicinal plants, so this much are enough. No need to make, no need to, no need to mug up many more things. Okay. Now let us understand the vegetation. After vegetation, let us see the wildlife. Wildlife in India, we have all types of wildlife. We have reptiles, we have mammals, we have fishes, so many types of wildlife we have. So animal species, if we see, we have 90,000 animal species. Okay, 2,000 species of the birds we have. So 13% of the total world's population is that. Then 2,500 species of fishes, so 12% of the total world's population. And amphibians, like you have tortoise, you have frogs, we have 5 to 8% of the amphibians, and still we are discovering new amphibians. If you read the Hindu, every day you will get that this Western Ghat region, this many frogs discovered, that many frog discovered. Okay, so amphibian species 5 to 8%. We are the only country where we have both tigers and lions. Asiatic lions are found in the Gir in the Gujarat, and that is the only spot in the Asia where Asiatic lions are found. Asiatic lions and African lions, there is a huge difference in them in terms of their fur, in terms of their paws, in terms of their body structure. So Asiatic lions, the only hotspot is India's Gir, and India is the only country where you find both tigers as well as lion. Tiger is found almost all over the India. Lions also used to be found at one time all over the India, all over the Indian subcontinent, but now it is found only in the Gir region of the Gujarat. Lions are found everywhere. So here about 1,300 species of the animals are endangered, and almost 20 species of the animals have been gone or they have extinct from India. Like cheetah is one of them. You know that cheetah is not there in India. Okay, so these are the important wildlife over here. Along with these plants, we have exotic birds as well. So migratory birds are also there. We have seen one chapter on that, on the migratory birds. So Run of Kutch is very important place for migratory birds like flamingos. So they come there and they use the muddy, salty land of this Run of Kutch to build the nest for their young ones. Okay, so flamingos come and visit India during the winter season. Okay, winter Siberian crane also come, and there are some small birds also come to visit the India. So friends, this is all about the migratory birds, and this is all about the wildlife chapter. So in this chapter, we have seen the total wildlife, total natural, the percentage of natural vegetation, percentage of wildlife, type of natural vegetations, their names, the kind of wildlife which is found in case of India, where they are found. These things we have seen. So they are very important from prelim point of view. Okay, definitely this is very important chapter. Let us see the MCQ based on this chapter. Okay, so first MCQ is, which one of the following types of vegetation does rubber belong to? Tundra, Himalaya, tidal, tropical, evergreen. So definitely it is tropical evergreen. It is not tidal, neither Himalayan, neither tundra. Okay, rubber is found in the Kerala, tropical evergreen. Cinchona trees are found in the areas of rainfall. Yes, cinchona trees. Cinchona or cinchona. Okay. So what is the area they are found in? What is the rainfall that is required? 100 centimeter, 70 centimeter, 50 centimeter, less than 50 centimeter. Okay. So I think it's 100 or 70 centimeter between them. Okay. In which of the following states is the Simlipal Biosphere Reserve is located? Simlipal is there in the Odisha. So Simlipal is there is in the Odisha. Which of the following biosphere of the India is not included in the World Network of Biosphere Reserves? So there is a World Network of Biosphere Reserve which is mentioned in this NCRT. There are 18 biosphere reserves which are mentioned. Okay, so definitely Manas, Gulf of Mannar, Nilgiri, Nanda Devi. So Manas is not mentioned in there over there. So these are the MCQs based on this chapter. So there are so many factual data will be there in the chapter of environment. So I hope you have understood this chapter, very important from prelim point of view. So thank you guys. See you tomorrow for the last chapter of the 9th standard NCRT. Then from the day after tomorrow, we are going to start with the 10th standard NCRT. Okay, thank you. See you. Bye.